Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez.
They out here today now. And girl, they as out here
and
today.
in the jogging pants too, girl.
Ooh. Hey. What's that in your pants? What's that in your pants? Are you just happy to see me?
Or is that a shotgun?
These young boys, they don't know what they're missing. I got that cootie cap for you, eh? I got that cootie cap for you. It don't purr growl. Oh, it growl.
This shit been knighted, boy. You know what I'm saying? The King of England touched this.
I'll suck you like a word is original.
While listening to WAP remix, yes we will.
Blow you like a pinwheel.
While you're sucking on motherfucking the glitter of life.
Oh man,
you know what that is.
Pick this titty up. Pick this titty up.
Go ahead and get it then, young man. I like the ass on
you like cellulite? Oh, you like stretch marks? Your baby mama got it though. Okay.
He look like Joe Camel. Getting no red money.
Ooh. Hey. We can do it anywhere except under a fan, baby. We can do it anywhere except under the fan.
Baby, you dry up still.
Oh yeah, I still dry. And little dab to do it though. Little spit. I'm right back at it.
Water base. Ain't that a beach? Okay.
Are you tired of the same old workout routines? Well, join the Presidential Fitness family. I have small classes, motivated people, and positive vibes. Inbox me now to try a free class. What up? Welcome back to another episode of Girl Talk with Prez. I'm your host, of course, and we got a terrific topic as always. So, it is you're embarrassing us as a parent and a child. Generational deadbeat behavior. Okay, so I like to stay on. Yay! I got stars, y'all. Look at this. I got stars. It's been a long time. I had to drop some stars too. So you got your stars back. Yeah. Okay. So we talking about deadbeat parents, generational deadbeat parents, and I got a little saying. If your mama was a deadbeat and your daddy is a deadbeat, guess who's probably raising another deadbeat? Okay, whoever, if it applies, and this ain't for everybody. Okay, I'm just saying this ain't for everybody. All right,
but
you might be the
fits.
There you go. You might be an exception to the rule. Who knows? Okay, so of course, let me introduce my co-hostesses. We got Minda.
Hello.
We got Heather. And we got tonight's guest, Nika.
Hi.
Yes. Okay. So we're just gonna start off with Minda. On a scale of 1 to 10, how deadbeat was your worst parent or baby daddy? So you can have. You don't gotta even specify you're talking about your parent or your baby daddy. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how deadbeat was your worst parent or baby daddy?
7.
7. Okay. F.
0.
0. Okay. All right. On all fronts. Okay.
0.
0. Okay.
Wait, I'll take that back.
Oh,
1.
Callie in the house. 1.
A 1.
Okay.
I'll give a 1. I'll give
Callie in the house. She said 8 across the board. I'm gonna say, you know what? All baby mamas are solid. I'm gonna say that, even the ones that don't like. I'm just saying. And my dad was, love him to death. Dad, you were 10 out here. I'm just saying, okay? It wasn't no, never came to a birthday party. He never gave me any money. We never spent any quality time together, but that's my dad. He stay over there. I know where he at. You know what I mean? So, but 10 on the deadbeat side. I'm gonna say on the good guy side, he was a 7. Okay, so he was a pretty cool dude, I guess. You know what I mean? Mom, she was the greatest. Okay, she was great. Stepdad is the greatest though. So I'm lucky I got those in my life. All right. So let's define deadbeat dad and deadbeat mom. I don't think it's the same thing. It can't be the same thing because a mom and a dad are two different positions. You know, when a baby born is usually given to the mom, so it's a different amount of responsibility and less responsibility for the other half. You know what I mean? So it got to be two different indications. So if you can't afford a baby, but you the mom and you got it, and you're doing all you can't be a deadbeat. You know what I mean? But if you can't afford a baby as a man and you don't got him, you're deadbeat. You know what I mean? You ain't helping out with your baby. You know what I mean? Don't see him, don't pay for him. That's a deadbeat, right?
The mother can do the same thing.
Who?
A mother can do the same thing.
Yes, that's a clear deadbeat as a mom. But we saying somebody gotta have the kids. Let's say
That ain't always the mom.
Yeah.
I
I know a couple that,
Especially our generation. There's a lot of people that were raised by grandma.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can't say that.
All right. So it should be the same way on both sides there.
Equal point.
Okay. All right. I get that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. My mind has been changed today. Okay. I'm thinking it's got to be two. So here go. I'm agree with you. I'll take care of baby. Don't take care of baby. You're a deadbeat. Okay, so that's both sides. So my definition of deadbeat was a father who has the ability to pay child support or be active and involved, but chooses not to. That's what I thought was. And then a deadbeat mom is a mother who has primary legal custody, but still abandons her child emotionally, financially, and physically on responsibility on raising a child.
Yeah.
But they're both the same, though.
Yeah.
Because
You worded
a
it a little
father
different,
has
but it's still the same.
emotional responsibilities to a child too, and
Yeah.
a father can be present. He can take care of a child financially and emotionally, still abandon a child. It's a father that teaches boys how to be men
Mm-hmm.
and how to be a leader and a provider, and it's also a father that instills value in women and teach them what their worth is as a daughter. So I think the definition can be combined, and it can be both.
Yeah.
I'm a girl dad, you know what I mean? So I didn't get to. I'm a deadbeat over here. I didn't get to raise my son. Now I'm talking. He wasn't in this state though. You know what I mean? I couldn't raise him. You know what I'm saying? So all right, too. But we then came to a concession that a deadbeat mom and a deadbeat dad, same category. Okay, so I like that. Equality. So got some questions. So what makes you a deadbeat mainly? Is it just money, or is it bigger than that? You know what I mean? So let's say you a mom or a dad, you know, since they even, and you just ain't making no money. You just can't make no money.
You're not doing anything to even try to raise your kids the way they need to.
Mm-hmm.
You just basically give up or expect everybody else to step in and take care of it for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody else got something on that? What makes someone a deadbeat?
Somebody who has kids, knows that their kids are struggling, knows that their parents are raising their kids, and that they're okay with their parents and their kids struggling while they're just out fucking off in life and
Pretending like they
having
don't
other
have
people,
kids.
do shit for them.
I think there's levels to it. I think if you're not doing everything that you can do, you're a deadbeat. Period. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what you have financially. It doesn't matter what you have
Yeah.
mentally,
But if you're
emotionally
not
to give
making
to your
an
child.
effort,
You give.
Mm-hmm.
You give to them. You give them everything that's within you to give to them. They come from within you. So you give them everything that's within you, and you continually better yourself, because the goal is for your children to be better than you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not working towards that goal, then you're a deadbeat.
Yeah. And if you're not trying to support them and getting better and being better, then you're double
deadbeat.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be it's not just a black and white picture.
No.
Like I said, you can excel financially. Your kids can live in the best house, wear the best clothes, go to the best schools, ride around in the best vehicles.
That's
and
deadbeat?
don't know you.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Don't
They're
know
never
you.
around
Yeah.
for them.
Emotionally, you're not available. Now you have a child that's committing suicide out here, and people are wondering why. Because emotionally, mentally, somewhere in there, you neglected that child.
People really do things like, I'm gonna buy them this, give them this, and that's
good
makes
enough.
up.
Yeah,
for,
they think that
me
makes up
not-
for everything.
We all know
Or
what it
I'm
is.
gonna pay for you and your mom, to go do this for the weekend while I'm out here fucking off. And I could be with you guys on that trip, making memories as a family.
Ooh. There's different tiers of deadbeat now. Okay. That's another show right there.
Like-
Tiers of deadbeat.
There are some like men and women that don't want to be bothered. Like they want their own private life, and they had a kid, whatnot, whatever. But they feel like they need to finish their shit
They want to
and
have
only
a
care about
picture
them.
perfect family without being a part of the picture perfect family.
Picture perfect on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Holly says, if you choose not to help, whether it's financially or being in their life, that's a deadbeat. Child support doesn't make you a good parent, or excuses not to be involved. Why do we call men deadbeats, but generally give women the struggling mom pass?
Mm-hmm.
And no one gives her the struggling mom
Mhm.
pass. She's a
I think
mom.
mostly guys do that. You know what I mean? Should give the struggling mom pass. You know what I
Because
mean?
normally whenever a guy
Women know though. Women, y'all know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Shit, so
Normally whenever a guy is called a deadbeat, it's because he's not around. You never see him with the child. You never see him doing anything for the child. But if it's a mom that still has a child, but she's not being there for the child, but she still has a child in her care, then it's struggling mom. She's trying, even though in reality she might not be.
Yeah, because I don't think of a struggling mom as that. I think of a struggling mom as someone that's doing everything that she has, and maybe she can't fully make ends meet. Maybe she has to work more than one job for her children. Maybe her children, in some instances, have to be a latchkey kid because she has to keep a roof over their head and she has to feed them. A struggling mom is struggling to do everything she can to provide for her dad. But if you're just a bomb-ass mom, then you're just a bomb-ass mom. You're a deadbeat just like that dude. And in my book, you get absolutely no pass.
So a struggling mom still making it happen. It ain't
Right.
it's
A
just,
struggling mom is
You're
there.
doing
She's
your
doing her own.
sacrifice.
It's just right now she got to juggle all the
Yeah.
balls at once. That's a different thing.
Holly says, it's not that they get a pass, they get the assistance to not fall into the category. Dad's gonna get that. Okay, I hear you. Public aid, something like that. What's that? Fucking Section 8, stuff like that. I guess.
Dads get it if they have custody of their kids. That's the one.
I know
That's the caveat.
somebody that-
you have your kids in your household with you as a man, then that goes to you.
I know somebody, a dad that lives in Brandon, with his two daughters, and he just got housing and all that.
But why does being on assistance make you a deadbeat though?
Oh no, it doesn't.
No.
I don't
Or
know,
struggling. It
but
doesn't.
she said, it keeps
But
you
those
out of that
that
category.
choose to stay
Oh, that makes you deadbeat.
on
You know what I mean?
assistance.
Generations of like you got your kids on food stamps and Section 8 right at 18 because you know how to do it. You know that's enabling also. You know.
Or to me, like I kind of look at deadbeat moms too, where women that chase and pursue relationships and put that before their children. So there's different men cycling in and out.
Okay.
Right now, you're cooking dinner and you're serving him on hand and feet, and your kids is eating what is it called, oodles and noodles, ramen. I don't eat ramen, but oodles and noodles, ramen, whatever. My kids.
I wish I still ate ramen noodles.
I think they're oh my God, that is the one struggle food.
I miss some ramen.
Give me something else.
Okay. So they don't get a pass. It's mostly guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, them women that get their tax return, and now they man got on new Jordan. He got fresh rims on his car. The kids walking around looking raggedy. You're a deadbeat. I don't care if they there with you.
That's crazy for a guy to be there for that also.
Because your mom, he probably a deadbeat with kids of his own that ain't in the household. I
mean, any guy with some integrity shouldn't, like, if I was with a woman who didn't do for their kids, I wouldn't be with her. She wouldn't be somebody I'd be with. You know,
some dudes get jealous of the
kid.
Because they're a
That's
deadbeat parent. You know what I mean? So they don't understand why you would give all that attention.
That's crazy.
And I don't know about that because I don't let me into my house or around my kids.
To be jealous of the kid is crazy, you know what I mean? Because when you come into a situation, you should already understand that you knew here, you know what I mean? And you're not going to be priority, like you probably would have been with your own kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you come in here, you got to take a back seat, you know what I mean, to the situation, just because, man, you ain't family here, you know what I mean? For real, you know, so. Got a stat. 1 in 4 children in the U.S. live without their biological father in the home. Only 4% of custodial parents who has their child on support are fathers. Ooh, okay. So only 4% of men have their baby mamas on child support. Meaning deadbeat moms are statistically rare, you know, mainly because they get the assistance, mainly, you know, to not have, like, to get, you can't have a spouse in the house to get Section 8?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
So
something like that. I'm not versed with that. Okay, so I've been hustling all my life. So
in fact, it goes the opposite. If you're married, it's gonna mainly fall up under him. It's your household. He's the head of the household.
So you could be married on Section 8. That's crazy to me, because I always thought Section 8 was like for single people. But
Section 8 is for anybody whose incomes fall below a certain limit.
2 incomes fall below, I guess.
Just because you're married doesn't mean there's 2 incomes.
You don't
Okay.
make a lot
My
on
parents had
Social
Section 8.
Security.
Okay.
My parents had Section 8 a while, and both my mom and my stepfather worked their behinds off. But
Okay.
Chicago is expensive.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's in Chicago though. You know what I mean?
Chicago
That's
is
an expensive place,
expensive, you know? And just because you're on Section 8 don't even mean like that. Like, there are people on Section 8 and their income is right there at the cusp, so they're still paying them.
Mhm.
But the goal is to graduate from it.
I would say if you're a mom, you make the choice not to be involved, to take care of your kids, you're a deadbeat. They can be in the house, you just can't have to qualify with both incomes combined.
And that's the other thing, that's saying mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You give birth to that child. That child, unless you're just gonna leave it at the hospital, going home with you. Daddy gets a choice. Mama don't always get a choice. She gets a choice prior, and someone
she
chooses
made the
to leave
choice
around. Not fully.
Yeah, she made the choice. Like, and no baby
Both
is
made
born.
that choice.
I'm saying no baby is born without mama's consent. I mean, in the rare case of somebody taking it from you and getting you pregnant, that's like rare. You know what I mean? So every other case, if a woman gets pregnant,
there are situations where a woman may be pro-life. She does not believe in abortion, and because of that, she's like, I'm not going to take this child's life. But that same woman may be like, I'm not ready to raise a child. society will come down on her. Like, so you're just gonna give your child away? Don't do that. You can't give your child up to the system. You can't give your child up for adoption. If she can't,
a guy can never do that.
But they do.
No,
they don't give it up for adoption. They just walk away.
Let's say the guy. So if a woman don't want to have a baby, she can not partake in sex or have protected sex, condoms.
So
okay, all right. You know what I mean? But again,
to the tank.
Okay, again. But a woman. So can we agree that a man can't make a woman have a baby?
He can't make her abort a baby.
No, he can't make her abort or have a baby. Can't make you end it. Can't make you keep it.
Exactly.
Okay.
He can make that decision
so
for her.
You don't got no. You got no choice.
But his decision is when he decides to lay down with her. Put on a condom. Go get yourself fixed.
Okay.
Don't just rely on her and put all the responsibility on her and then stand back like, well, it's not my decision. You participate and you probably enjoyed it more than she did.
So what if, if I'm saying, I know women who don't want to have a baby, they don't be having babies. You know what I mean? Shit, they make sure they don't have one. They are also, as a woman, you know, when you ovulate, when you can have babies, when you can't have babies, it's so many different birth controls that you can use. When you get pregnant, I'm not an advocate of, because I don't care what you do, but I say don't off the baby. You know what I mean? So we call it smagorgan around here because you can't say it on the line. But a smagorgan, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, is up to the lady. And it's up to even after she had the baby, she can give it up if she wants to. You know what I mean? But a guy is automatically attached to this child regardless.
Again, like you just said, she can get on birth control. He can put on a condom.
Okay, but
there is now male birth control.
So, like I'm saying, if most of the responsibility falls on the lady because you carry it, you got to carry it for 9 months. You're the one who goes through the physical changes. Is really up to you if you keep the baby. You know what I mean? Because if you don't want to go through that, you can take preventative to do that. If I want a baby with you, it has to be your consent. You know what I mean? So if you're not trying to have no baby, I can't have one with you. You know what I mean? But if we having sex and I didn't want a baby and you said, hey, yeah, I'm all good. I ain't got no, I got birth control. I'm doing this. We don't need no condom, something like that. And you had the baby, I still got to have it.
Well, that was your fault for listening to her. You're still responsible ultimately for your responsibility. That's just like giving your friend a car.
So she thought that she didn't want no baby, but he said, hey, I can't have no kids. You know what I mean? And she ended up getting pregnant. And she used that same excuse because she don't want the baby though?
He told me he can't have kids. Then at that point, she has a decision to make, and whatever decision she makes, she is 100% accountable for her own decision making in there. The same way he's 100% accountable for his own decision making.
She got to weigh out anytime.
And so do he.
He don't.
And most of them, they go out and buy cigarettes and never come back.
That's not a way out, because still legally, if you put him on child support, he'll go to jail eventually. If he ain't paying the child, or get his license to get some consequences for you not taking it.
It takes a very long time.
Regardless, there's still consequences to a man if you don't take care of your kids. There's no consequence for a lady that wants to not have her kids. She can give it up, or she can.
It's the exact same thing. If she's a deadbeat and she walks away, you have every right to hold her accountable, put her on child support, and go and get her license suspended. So, and that's the part of the conversation that I don't like. Is that men act like they're helpless in the situation. Your decision was when you chose to lay down with her.
But
now that there's a baby that's here. That's a mutual thing, right? So you both made a decision to lay with one another.
Okay.
When that child is conceived, that is that moment. That moment when that sperm reaches that egg, y'all decided to do that together. Now, if afterwards, now it's a baby coming, she says, I want to have this baby, and you don't want to have nothing to do with this baby. Well, your decision was at that point. If she says, like, man, I'm pregnant, but I don't want this baby, but I don't agree with abortion, but I ain't trying to raise no baby.
What if she agree with abortion? But I want my baby.
But I want my baby, but I don't want this, but I don't want that, but I want his. Again, that's her. There's going to be
No,
other
I'm saying him.
consequences.
What if he want the baby and she want to end it? He can't stop that.
He can't stop that.
Okay, so I'm saying
He can't stop that because that's her
so
body.
since she can end it at any time or keep it at any time, she at least we can say it's 90-10 responsibility. Like
No,
it's 50-50?
no. Because we both had to agree to lay down with one another.
Oh, but
that is where the decision
it's the
is
end
right
result
there.
that matters. Like
It's
having
like,
a baby.
no, it's not. No, it's not. You understand what can happen from having unprotected sex with a person.
Okay.
You're not a child. You're not ignorant to it. A man knows what can happen.
Okay.
So it's up to him to make that decision for himself, knowing that after this point of entry, and now I don't did all of that, I don't have too many decisions after this.
Okay.
So now you have to take accountability and man up and say, I know that after this point, if this happened, that decision is no longer mine and that's solely on her. And I may not agree with what she decides to do. So then I need to do what I need to do here. Period. The same way with a girl. If she don't want to be pregnant, if she don't want to, she needs to make her decision here.
Okay.
But if she decides to do it here, those other consequences that come from that, she's going to deal with.
Do you agree with a man? So let's say she want to keep the baby, he don't want to keep the baby. She gonna keep the baby. Like he ain't got no say. Do you agree with the man, like giving away any financial responsibilities?
Yeah, if he wants to give up his rights, but at that point that you want to give up your rights and we don't sit down and we don't have a heart-to-heart about this is my baby, and maybe it's just me coming from the perspective of
he should
it's like,
to,
bye.
Yeah, okay.
But at this point, if you're going to sever your rights to this child, then let's do that fully. You go ahead and you sever your rights to this child. And then later on, that'll be a conversation that I'll have to have with this child.
Okay. Well, if that was an actual thing that could be done, I mean, so you can give up your rights, but it got to be, I think the woman got to sign off on that too.
No, you just got to go to court.
To give up your rights?
It's a case that has to be presented in front of the judge, and the judge can say no. And the judge can say, okay, it depends on the situation. But again, let's go back to the beginning and not the middle. If you don't want to have a child or be in that situation, then cover up. And if she's not the type of woman that you can trust her word, then maybe this isn't a good situation for you to be going into anyway. That's how I educate my boys. My 4 boys don't do it.
Well, that's fair if he just give up his rights. I say that makes it fair. You know what I mean? But a woman ain't got to go to a court to have an abortion or something like that. You know what I mean? If she wanted to give her baby up for adoption and like dad is there, she could do that. You know what I mean?
She can't.
No, dad has to say it's okay.
He has to sign off on that.
Okay.
If this is his child and she's trying to give it up for adoption, he can say, no, that's mine. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to do a DNA test. And once they do the DNA test, they're going to say, no, the father has the right to take on the responsibility of his child. Now, if she wants to sever her rights, it's the same thing. You got to go before the courts and you have to do it. Sometimes there's real misconceptions about how the court system works, and I hate that I even know how well it works, but I do.
No, I was gonna say that's messed up. You had a baby to sever your rights too. That's messed up right there.
That is.
That's crazy.
People that do though.
There's people that do it, and they do it without even going through the court system. That's the definition of a deadbeat. The ones that don't go through the court system, the other ones at least had a little bit more cool.
Holly got a comment. She said, "Everyone knows the risk. You both take the risk when you make the decision."
That's my girl, Holly.
To say I didn't want that and take off is ridiculous. I don't think a woman should be able to get rid of it without the dad's permission either.
I can't agree with that too.
That make it fair. You know what I mean? Shoot, that's what I'm saying. I swear, don't lay down with someone you're not okay with having a kid with. Okay, any guy can sign his rights away. Only time they say no is if the woman gets state assistance.
That's actually not true.
No.
That part ain't true either. It depends on how old the child is, what kind of connection, and what kind of harm it is, because ultimately the court is all about the child. They don't care about the mama or the daddy. It's about the child. So it's how will this affect the child? I only know this because I've been in situations before where things have went south between me and someone before, and they did certain things to where the courts had to get involved, and it wasn't because I filed for child support or anything dealing with custody. But if you do something domestic, and especially in front of a child, and the system gets involved in that type of way, then they put everything. They want to work out everything at that point. When you go to court, they want to figure it all out because it's about the best interest of the child. And this person got petty and butthurt. Well, I want to give away my rights. And the judge said, why? And once they said why, the judge said absolutely not. The judge said just because you give away your rights does not mean you will not pay child support. See, that's why I said a lot of people are not educated about the system. You can give away your rights and have no legal say with that child and still be responsible for paying child support.
You know, that's what I'm saying though. So a dude is never, I don't want to say off the hook, but literally off the hook.
He's off the hook when he puts on a condom and don't put himself in that situation to begin with.
But a lady can choose to at any time. I mean, anytime.
Yes and no, but of course, we're in a political climate where now they're changing that for women. And that's a whole nother conversation.
I think, I mean, shoot, hold on, what's that? So, any guy can, hold on, why you think it's messed up to give your rights, but not messed up for men just not be involved in the child? No, I'm saying to have the baby with the dude that didn't want it, then give up your rights or something like that. That's what I was thinking. You know what I mean? Shit. So he didn't want it, and you still had it, but you said fuck it, and then gave up your rights. Like, why'd you have it though? You know what I mean? Shit, but I'm not against. I'm not for abortion either. I'm just saying, because I say like if they're gonna change, if they just got rid, if they just got rid of some organs, you know what I mean? I think that would make more people. It wouldn't make more babies. You know what I mean? I think now it'd be, hold on. You know what I mean? Shit, we ain't fucking right now. You know what I mean? Shit. Or I think a lot of people would take a lot more responsibility about having sex if there wasn't any small organs. We got Melissa in the house saying it depends on whether or not they sign a voluntary paternity acknowledgement as well. I don't know what that is. I'm learning tonight. I'm learning.
So if you're not married, when a child is born, for a man to go on a birth certificate, you have to sign legally a waiver saying, I am the father, I am taking responsibility of this child.
Okay.
And that is how your name goes on a birth certificate. Without that document, your name is not on there. That's like signing a contract that a lot of men need to read through it before they sign it. Because if you sign it and then do a DNA test and later on find out that's not your child, you can still be legally declared as the father and still have to take care of that.
How it says, you rather keep a kid she don't want rather than give it away. Hold on. So she wanted it when she said, I'm going to keep it. So when she had it and then she said, never mind, I think that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Shit.
Or maybe the reality of the responsibility was more than what she's able to handle at that time. I think that a child should be raised by people that love it, want it, and can handle it. And I think that it's a beautiful thing for a mother that can't. My family has a lot of adopted children. And there was a situation where a woman was pregnant and she had multiple kids. And my great grandmother was like, well, what are you going to do when you have the baby? And she said, and she was married. She said, my husband doesn't want the baby. It's not his baby. I don't know what I'm going to do. And my great grandmother said, well, when it's time for you to go in labor, if you don't know what you're going to do, call me and I will come to the hospital. And that woman has been in my life, our family, since her birth. She's a year older than me, since our birth. And we have loved her. She has known no other family than us. She is our family. And the situation would have been way different if she would have been raised in that other household by people that didn't want her there. And I respect her mother for making that decision.
Well, Jessica says the system is a joke. Holly says a lot more people or a lot more women will take responsibility because what you're saying seems like men have no responsibility. No, men always got responsibility. You have a baby. If the baby comes and you get on child, that's a responsibility for the man to do. Like, and a woman can do it too, but women primarily get the kids first. So we all hear about that lady who got 9 kids and by 9 different baby daddies, and she just collecting checks. That's all she do. You know what I mean? She, like that lady ain't having kids that might be productive in the world. You know what I mean? She, mainly because she can't, like, I mean, let's say all their daddies ain't there, or some of them is there. You know what I mean? So the pregnant woman.
We hear that story, and that story exists, but I know a lot more women that that's not their situation. Where child support, and that's the other thing. A lot of men be talking about, oh, she living off my child support. You are not an NBA star. You are not CEO of this multi-million-dollar company.
You're $150 a month.
You're $150 a month and can't even pay a light bill. That's not daycare. Daycare started at $210 a week for a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Meet me halfway with
that's
that.
Some guys. I mean, I got some friends that pay like $1,400 a month. You know what I mean? Shit. I got another friend. He paid like $1,000 a month.
I'll start pulling out.
But it just really depends on what that child's expenses is too, because in Illinois, you don't necessarily just go by how much a man is making. It goes by what the quality of life would be for that child if both of you guys were in the same household. And if you took her income and you took his income, it's not even the old way that it was anymore. He make X amount of dollars. You have one child, you get 20%. You have 2 kids, you get 30%. It's not like that anymore. It's a huge, I guess I say this because I'm a mom that receives child support, and child support does not even halfway equal the expenses that I have for my kids. So when men talk about I pay $1,400 a month and my bills are almost $5,000 because of the kids that I have, then I'm looking at you like, oh, okay, well, you're getting off easy. That actually has made me more of a proponent for 1 week on, 1 week off. You don't have to give me anything. You keep the child half the time and I keep the child half of the time, so that our expenses when it comes to raising this child matches.
You think if it's 50-50 custody, you should still have child support?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Holly says, do you think the dad's only responsibility is to pay child support? I'm saying.
And child support ain't nothing for the most
I'm saying
people.
that's still, regardless, even if it's,
you got 3 women here telling you it ain't nothing.
Listen, if his child support is $40 a month, you don't pay. All right, it's consequences for not doing it. You know what I mean? So a woman gets to have the baby, to say I'm going to have the baby, you accept all consequences. You know what I mean? So let's say, just like a woman, I didn't mean, you got me pregnant, or I didn't mean to get pregnant, or something like that. A guy didn't mean to get you pregnant also. You know what I mean? So when that happens, you know, he don't have a say in if you keep the baby or not. So if a woman keeps the baby, I'm saying that his responsibility, he automatically has responsibility. A lady can opt out at any time of being a mother. You know what I mean? Definitely, I mean, in the early parts. I don't know how it is later on, but it's just shit creepy. Yeah, it should be creepy.
I like the man for to come get us.
That's what I'm saying, Holly. I'm saying the guy is always on the hook. Oh. So is he going to be able to file the kids on taxes?
You're actually, if you're sharing custody of them and you're paying child support, you actually do have the right to carry your child for half of the time on your taxes. Men need to educate themselves before they just get out here and do all of that other stuff. Because every right that the mother has, the father has those as well too. It's just the fact that some men don't seek those rights. Instead, they sit back and they whine. The same way with some women. I mean, you just have to know what your rights and what your options are. You have to pursue them. If you're taking care of your child and you just want to look at her like, oh, but she's not doing anything, put her ass on child support. Go and take her through the same process that she took you through, or that the government took you through. And I guarantee you, if you're a single father and you're receiving any type of assistance, they're going to want to know where's the mother at, and the state is going to pursue her because the state don't want to take care of your child either. So it's not that the options are not there, that the rights are not there. The playing field is fair. It is fair. It's fair. It's even fair for the mothers that sit back. Like sometimes I get angry like this Negro ain't doing nothing. But what do y'all say? Oh, you chose him, right? So the playing field is fair. Regardless of what, I don't care what daddy do, mama gonna do.
Mhm.
And that should be the mentality of men. I don't care what mama do, I'm gonna do. This is my responsibility. This isn't something that I chose, but this is what I'm going to take care of because I put myself in this situation. Like, instead of whining about it and complaining, men need to man up.
I always say put yourself in the most comfortable position for it. You know what I mean, as a man. So if she keep taking you to court and stuff, yeah, I think maybe you should probably try to get full custody. You know what I mean, or half custody or something like that, so we can stop doing that.
And men do that too. Men use the court system to financially control women. They use it to psychologically abuse women. And a lot of times while men sit there and say, I had no choice, she put a baby on me, a lot of men trap women with baby because I want to hold her. Baby, I always want to be connected to her. They think that it's always a doorway into her life.
If you're a toxic guy.
But you say yes, regardless if you got tricked into it or not. I can't trap you with a baby.
But it's the same way as what you're saying about a woman. You're saying that she trapped you with it because at the end she decided to keep it and you didn't have any choice in it, but you absolutely had a choice.
Look, I'm gonna give you an example real quick. Hold on. Jessica said it's not fair because the mother automatically has the rights. That's true. She just nailed it. Listen.
That ain't true either.
I know a lot of guys that have full custody.
But automatically, unless you're a crackhead as a lady, you get the baby when it comes out.
Because it comes out of you.
Yeah, so you automatically have a baby. But when it comes out of you, all the father has to do, because they know for 100% that is your baby. Because it came out of you. Okay. So if you want the same right she has, all you gotta do is go to court. And some men do it before a baby is even born. Them men with money that don't want to pay this and that. I want her to get a DNA test while she's pregnant. I had a story. We was talking about how. So it was a young man. He was 14, and his teacher was, Celeste, and she got pregnant. So she had the baby. Now, so my example of a man is always on the hook. She had the baby. She Celeste's boy. She get to keep the baby. Like, this is her baby. You know what I mean? And then when he turned 18, he had to pay child support. So
no, actually, they'll make them pay it before then. They'll make the parents pay it if you know what you're doing in the court system.
But listen, that's what I'm trying to say. A dude is always on the hook. So if it was a reverse, a dude, older teacher had sex with a younger student, she got pregnant, he wouldn't have custody of that baby, and she wouldn't have to pay him child support. And they probably wouldn't even let you really try to fight and get the baby because you committed a crime. You know what I mean?
The situation I know like that from in the news, the teacher actually went to jail and the boy actually had custody and he actually raised his children.
Okay, but in the situation, he still was on the hook. She had a baby. She took something from him.
And if that boy decided if at that point,
he had no choice.
She's in jail. She molested me. She's in jail. This responsibility falls on me. I'm not ready for this. I don't want this. I want to give this to a home. Then again, he falls into the same scenario with a woman decided that she can't take care of her kids.
Because earlier you said he had a choice to lay down with that girl. He didn't have a choice to lay down with his lady.
Yeah, but rape happens either way.
But I'm saying,
but
again, I said on the flip side, when a woman, if that happened to a young girl.
But he also has the option to give up custody of those kids. And in a situation like that.
Yeah, but he still got kids out here. He still got kids out here.
And what about women that get grape juice?
She can get rid of the baby.
Not all the time.
She could if she wanted to.
Not all the time. It's a lot of, women with children by uncles and daddies.
Okay, so of course, if she 14 forced to keep the baby by the person who did it to her. You know what I mean?
Either way, he's
something
not
else.
forced to keep the responsibility of raising these children because that was not a decision that he was able to make. But he can make the decision and say, "Hey, I want to give these kids up to a home."
But I'm saying in my scenario, she kept the baby. She didn't give it up when she went to prison. You know what I mean? So
you don't have a choice to not give up your kids. You go to prison, they take your kids.
I mean, you could give it over to somebody who in your family. You know what I mean?
You go to prison, custody of those kids is taken from you.
Well, this situation, she still had the baby, and then when he was 18, he had to end up paying child support. What up, Travis?
I would have severed my rights then if that's not something I wanted to do. And that's a situation where when you go before a judge and you explain it like that, I believe it'll be a whole lot more understanding that that's not the best situation to raise a child.
Taser kept talking about when, like, if she had a baby, I got to go through the court to get your rights. He said, see, you shouldn't have to go through all that. You shouldn't have to pay money, and it should be equal. You're right. Right when that baby come out, whoever baby that is, whoever they say that baby daddy is, that's half his. You know what I mean? And it should be a contract right there who gets the baby. If y'all not together, there should be something going on right there.
Go to court and get one. I did that.
But court,
that's nothing to do with you because that's the contract, and sometimes you can't work that out between yourself, and sometimes you can.
When you sign that voluntary paternity paper, you have the same rights as mom.
I can't even if I wanted to move out of state, I can't even move out of state because if that man is on that child's birth certificate, he can go right to court like, I don't want my child to move.
That's true. I mean, child support, they want you to stay in the state that you're supposed to pay the child support, though.
Yeah.
No.
That's what they want.
Mine wasn't paying child support through a court order thing. He never had to put him on there. He takes full care of his kids. But I had a better opportunity elsewhere, and he was like, I don't want my kids to go. Ultimately, we worked it out between us, but he went to court, and they said, hold up. If you want to go, you can go, but the kids cannot go until we resolve this.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I have one that has taught me just how these men have equal rights. Like, I'm not able to just do whatever I want to do. It's a collaboration. And this one, he ain't playing about his, but I love the fact that he loves his kids so much. That's why I know for a fact. For years.
Hollis says, you don't have to go to court to get rights. You have to go to court to enforce your rights if the mom you chose to lay down with refuses to let you have rights. Same as mom does if dad does the same thing. So another example, just of how it's up to the lady. So let's say I'm drunk, sleep in my bed. You know what I mean? Knocked out. Regardless, I mean, it happened to girls, right? That happened to girls, right? It should, like, if you blacked out as a girl, you can black out as a dude. So she came in, took advantage of it, and now she got my baby. You know what I mean?
She grudges you. You couldn't give consent.
You seen the one court case, right, where the one lady took the sperm out of the condom?
Yeah, that was Drake.
Is that Drake?
Yeah, that was a Drake. You know, but ladies do that though. Period.
They say he takes it and puts hot sauce.
Yeah, see, look.
No,
and he'll be on if she want to keep that baby, he is on.
But that is a Drake. That is why I'm saying you have Joe Blow out here making barely minimum wage, trying to compare himself to Drake.
That don't mean that. Hey, hold up. As a not always been financially stable man, I ain't never had a shortage of somebody who wanted a baby from me. I'm just saying. So if they wanted to take those steps, they would have. You know what I mean? So it don't really matter if Joe Blow or not. If I want that 6'4" dude, I want his semen because I need tall kids. You know what I mean? A bitch might be shopping actually. You know what I mean?
And if he walk away and now you raising that child by yourself, again, you gotta own that accountability because you did that.
He did everything both did. Take the sex, didn't break in the condom, he tied up, tossed it in the trash. Leaves. You know what I mean? We'll see you later. See you later. Nice meet. You know what I mean? Shit. She go turkey basted up in there. You know what I mean? He on. So now he got a baby that he might gotta pay for if that's what she's looking for. You know what I mean? She, or she might be looking for a dad. You know what I mean? That kind of forces you to be a dad if you don't want to be that type of dude that don't be there. You know what I mean?
I agree with that, but in a situation like that, I'm just the type of person, then I'm going to take you to court and I'm going to try to take full custody of my child because mentally you're unstable, you're manipulative, and there's a whole lot wrong with you if you're going to go that hard to put yourself in that situation with someone that don't want that with you when we have an understanding. And honestly, that is some type of violation. I don't know exactly what that law is, but that is a violation.
That. How can you prove a guy rape kid? Excuse me. Great kid, sir. You can't. Ain't no proof.
She did this, but again, know who you're sleeping with first. Same thing with women. Know who you're sleeping with before you sleep with a deadbeat. Accountability is fair.
Jessica says, are we forgetting that the child comes from the man and is given to the woman? Ooh.
Beautiful, but what difference does that make? If that's the case, then since you gave it to her, then don't complain when she decides to keep what you gave to her. So that proves my point again. Don't complain.
That's his definition.
She decides to keep.
We are the key to life. You know what I mean? But y'all whole life, so it's still.
He's like,
50-50.
babe, this is a nice club. I think I'm gonna shoot it up. And then it's like, oh, and then it's too late.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like Holly, he's talking about the extreme cases like they're the norm. They're not the norm.
No, I'm just giving you an example.
Hold on. Let's talk about normal situations.
A norm is look. See now where we got the disconnect is that y'all think that it's. I think that it's up to the lady if she gets pregnant. Y'all say it's up to both to get pregnant, but when you got options to not get pregnant as a lady, that can't be true. And you got
options to not impregnate a woman as a man.
Still,
but
if I wanted to impregnate you, but you didn't want to be pregnant.
So would you take male birth control? Would you take male birth control?
Yeah, they got male. It's a cream you put on your shoulder.
Okay, so how many men are taking it? So again, you have to stop what you're saying that a woman cannot put herself in that situation. If you don't want to have kids, then you put that birth control on you.
All guys will put that on. It's new. It just came out like last year.
Let's see what happens.
Let's
have this conversation in about 3 years. And let's see if the birth rate goes down.
All guys put birth control. I'm just saying. No problem. I got it, baby. I got it.
Well, I don't know.
I've
never had a situation with a man that didn't want to do
It all starts when the guy says, "Where do you want me to nut, baby?" Or
and if you say up in the middle, that you giving me permission to do that. I didn't say when do we want babies in 9 months? I didn't say that. I said where am I coming? Okay.
But I'm saying like
then you should be answering that for yourself. No, I know men without kids that they ain't gonna do that. They gonna strap up.
But I'm saying it all starts with
don't be coming at young men. Don't be coming at nobody.
It all starts with that question right there.
Yeah. And if you can get pregnant, you say go ahead, shoot it up, and that was your choice right there.
And you better hope they're rich.
That's why he giving me that side eye, because he know.
Y'all both have opinions. You both made the choice. You both took the risk. You both had the consequences. But if you didn't want the consequences as a woman, you got the choice to not have the consequences. It ain't a consequence if you make the choice.
So why do you think that just because there is no child that a woman doesn't have consequences after doing something like that? Her body goes through things. Some women can't even have children after that. Some women afterwards, when they decide to have children, they have a hard time carrying the children. So you may think they don't have consequences immediately, but that consequence comes. And then a man sometimes can walk away because he doesn't feel like the situation was real because it wasn't actually inside of him.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of women that do that and they don't walk away conscious free. They walk away and that's something that is on their mental and on their emotional. Their body goes through changes depending on how far along they were in it. There's so many different levels to it that people make it simpler than what it is.
But the consequence you was not looking for is not having a baby, not that other consequence. It might be side effects from having it and stuff like that. I mean, to my knowledge, Smogorgons are pretty safe these days. So, you know what I mean? Mental stuff, I understand, but...
they're not.
They're not.
You puke after. Like, there's a lot of...
Okay, I mean, safe as you live.
I know a couple of people that have
Safe as you live, you know what I mean? Safe as they don't leave permanent damage. I don't think.
There have been cases where women have not lived afterwards.
But I'm just saying,
it's
like,
not the majority.
I know people,
but again, it's not the majority of men that's paying these high child supports either.
Like, I know, and then some women, like, I know one, for instance, for like a month, she was physically ill. Just from the mental and the physical.
How it says,
And
a
it take a
woman
while
can't
to-
make you wear a condom. If you care so much about not having a baby, then you make sure it doesn't happen.
But
What if he doesn't care about it?
a raw reverse
what if he doesn't
cowgirl
care if
is
he
a
got
raw
you
reverse
pregnant?
cowgirl.
He ain't planning on taking no baby. You know what I mean? Shoot. So if he don't want a baby, he don't care if you can have a baby either. Though. Like that ain't even extreme. Let's just say that's the red right there. You know what I mean? Shit. I'm gonna come in you if you have a baby. Shit, that's your baby. You gotta take it. If you keep it, if you have it, you gonna keep it. You know what I mean? Shit. Like you said, he don't gotta pay child support. He gonna get some consequences for it. But again, these it sounds like y'all have more consequences than the guy. So it's more responsibility for y'all. If y'all got more consequences, getting pregnant, it's up to y'all to not get pregnant. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It takes two to make a baby, so it's up to two to not make
And-
it happen.
And the next thing you know, like, it happened.
But it don't know.
What do you mean it don't know?
It don't just happen.
Yeah, it does. Like, you, heat at the moment, you be fucking, and then,
That's what
next thing you, like...
my sex is on the clock. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Like, about 10 later, if it's after 11, it's over. I'm sleeping.
There's just sometimes it happens.
I'm on a schedule. More questions. When you get with somebody who already has kids, do you sign up to raise those kids or not?
What do you mean
Yes.
get with someone?
Huh?
Yeah.
When you so when you get with a person, are you now a parent? Like, okay, so we dated for a couple of weeks and shit, we fucking around. You know what I mean? Shit, we making this work. Are you automatic parent? Are you
I mean, I could be your friend at the functions, like, for a little bit, but I'm not gonna one-on-one with your kids.
It depends on how serious you end up getting with the person. So, like, if you're getting to the point where you're gonna marry somebody that has children, then
You should be comfortable like that with their kids. But no, not a month after.
right.
You should be trying to play step parent.
If he doesn't
You know,
care,
I'm real protective of mine. So you're not even coming around mine and bonding with them until I know a little bit more about who you are as a person and whether or not I see you as a fit for them. Because if I'm dating you, then it's not just about me and you being compatible and aligning. I have to look at your characteristics and your personality and see how that's going to mesh with my children as well too. But I also make it very clear in the door, my kids have a father. They have a very involved father. They have a very loving father. So you're not going to be the father. But now if me and you were to get married and these kids live in my household, then you are going to spend a whole lot of time with them. And
you're not the father then?
You're the step parent. My
I gotta
stepfather
be the
was
father.
amazing. My stepfather raised me. My stepfather raised
mine
me.
too.
But why would you want to marry somebody that has kids if you don't feel the same about their kids? Why would you put yourself in that situation?
I want to be your dad now. I want to be
Exactly.
your dad. So
And the same thing for women. Why are you dating men that have kids? And if you're getting serious with this man and want something long term, you're not trying to get to know the kids and bond with them too.
well, if I marry a lady and now your kids are mine, and I don't care what your daddy says. Real talk. If I marry your mama, I mean I'm your daddy, and I don't care what your daddy says. That's just me.
So then me and you would never date and you would never come in my household because you need to respect the structure that's there. Now, if he's a deadbeat, if he's a bum-ass father,
I'm supposed to be the leader now. Right?
You're going to be a leader, but we don't create this council together. And this may be a certain level of structure, but if you're a good leader, then you're going to understand what all
I'm not saying I'm not respectful of your dad, but I still get last say of our children because I'm married.
It's a collaboration, the same way you're going to
No, I didn't marry your baby dad.
No, the same way you're talking with the mother, that's a unit. If he's an involved father, you don't get to push him out.
With my kids, they're with me. You know what I mean? So you have say over them like mom also. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying that you don't have say over them. What I'm saying is it's a collaboration. Like I can't just make decisions without consulting their father, without talking to him about what's going on with our kids. If I get married, it's going to be the same thing, but then he's going to have to understand that this other person is now a unit with me, and so this other person is going to be involved in the decision making.
That's when rights got to get signed over or something. Like that's the. I hear you. It sounds crazy.
Yeah, you are.
It sounds crazy. I need 100% control of my household. I don't need another dude's say so in my house. If I married this woman that you just had a baby with, I'm above you, and your kids are now my property also because I'm an extension of your baby mom, my wife. Okay, I'm above him. You know what I mean?
You're not above him when it comes to his kids.
Man, shoot.
So then you would respect them.
So if you got the kids, you got the kids. You got the kids. You know what I mean? So you primary custodian of the kids, and I come in your life. So you have more say so over the kids than him, obviously. You know what I mean? Because they're in your household. You know what I mean?
Not really. Yes and no. I have more say so over the daily with them, but when it comes to the actual decision making, what school they're going to go to, certain things about their morals, certain things about their religion, we work together on that, and we don't even have the best.
I'm talking very extreme, but I'm saying it's not like I'm not going to work with I wouldn't get with a lady who is got a bad baby dad, and she wants him to influence the kids a lot, you know what I mean? So I couldn't be with that person, you know what I mean? So, all right, so be a drug dealer and a gangster, but he still need to go see his dad, you know what I mean? I ain't okay, never mind, you know, I'm gonna stop messing with that. But if you got a good baby dad, you know what I mean? So of course I'm gonna be with y'all decisions, you know what I mean? But let's say we been married 5 years, got a baby ourselves. We want to have a family trip. You know what I mean? Shit. But oldest son, dad want him to go on a trip at the same time. You know what I mean? Shit. No, he gonna come with us. You know what I mean? Because I want to have the family for pictures, all that other stuff. I don't want to have one of them missing. You know what I mean? I don't want yours missing. Who I'm married to his mom. he's in my household. He come with me because mom got more say so when when we got married because he was in your household. So I get that too. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So
but
so
it just has to be respectful.
it is respectful.
No, but I mean,
it is respectful. I'm just getting to the bed. I'm just getting to the end.
We're saying the same thing. We're a unit. He can't just disrespect our house. He can't come at 10 o'clock at night because I want to see my child right now. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Like my husband is in there. And if my husband come to the door and say, well, then if you want to see your child, then come at a respectful hour or give us a call beforehand, then I'm going to respect that because why are you coming and popping up here at 10 o'clock? If there's a family trip and we don't went through all of this and we're planning and we're saying we're going on a trip this day, more than likely, if I have any type of rapport with him, I don't even like my baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even speak to my baby daddy. But our children are old enough for me to be like, hey, you know what? We're probably going to go to Florida or whatever this week or whatever. Let your dad know we're going to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they come back and like, well, dad was thinking about taking us someplace at the same time. And if my husband say, well, no, we're taking our kids there. Then it's like, you should have gave me the respect when you first came up with that idea of going on that trip to come and talk to us and say, I want to take the kids there.
Now, what if it was the other way around? You know, he just happened to tell you first before you told him. You know what I mean? But
then I'm gonna talk to my husband like, hey, he wants to take the kids on this trip. What do you think about this?
Well, I want to take. I mean, and like I said, I just said as husband, I get last say. So it could be a negotiation type thing or something like that. But if whatever, it might not be. No, he coming with that.
And then how old are the kids? Like they have to be.
I mean, as long as they in my house,
they might be 16. It might be like
they can go as long as you in my house, bro. You know what I mean? Shoot, 16 or not, you still a child. Even if you was my 16-year-old, you gonna listen to me. Just
but like you said, a negotiation. All I'm saying is everybody just needs to kind of talk about it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But again, in my household, if your kids in my house, I married you, we under my roof. We can have all the negotiations we want. I get the last say so here. And you shouldn't go against me. So we win. Regardless. You know what I mean?
It depends, because if that father have enough problems, like I said,
what type of, I mean, sure, hey bro, sure, you got to do next week. Yeah, we gonna do this. You know what I mean? Sure. That's how it's gonna be. And you need to go file for some joint living with or something like that, whatever you want to call it. If you want to he can go places with you on your time. He always on my time.
Yeah, if there's any type of court order and visitation schedule, that's what trumps everything.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. I mean,
this is his court order time then. The court rooms.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. Me personally, I would eliminate any. I would eliminate any obligations he has. You know what I mean? So, like it ain't gonna be a court order. It ain't no court order. You know what I mean? We're gonna eliminate all that. I guess if he fighting for something like that, we wouldn't need that. But and because I'm a reasonable guy, but if I say this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're gonna do, because her wife. I mean, she's my wife. That's all I'm trying to say. On phone now. Here's a stat. 16% of kids in the USA, 16% of US kids live in blended families. 66% of those marriages end in divorce. Oh shit. Okay. That makes sense to y'all?
What did it say?
It said 16% of kids live in blended families, and of that 16%, 66% of those marriages end in divorce. So, if you're in a blended family, and they married, 66% of that ended divorce.
Well, marriages, a lot of them end in divorce anyway. But when you have a marriage where you have children that have different parents, it's just more levels to it of making that marriage be successful and working through issues with one another. Because you do come through things like, this is my child. I don't like you talking to my child like that. You're not just dealing with the mama's emotions. The child may be like, that ain't my daddy. I don't like him. Like, it's not always an easy alignment. Like, you really have to, like, at this point, you're not just finding someone that aligns with you. You're finding someone that aligns with your children. And if you have more than one child, then look at all the multiple alignments. So I could see that happening, and I can see the added stress that adds on marriage and adds on it. It's not easy, but it's doable. My stepfather was amazing. You got a stepdad. He had his flaws, and my family went through it. But he was truly a father to me, and I appreciate him. If you really want to think about it, Jesus had a stepdaddy. So it's showing you since the beginning of time that blended families can work, but do they work? Marriages don't work right now. Like, marriages don't work. Truth be told, a lot of men don't walk away because they didn't want to have a baby. A lot of men walked away because I liked you, I loved you, I wanted to share something with you, but right now, girl, I don't even like you. The hormones start going.
I ain't never told a girl that. Something like that's crazy. Like,
I mean, it's a lot. Well, I don't know. You know, I'm a different type of girl. They all want my baby.
I said, okay. My bad, Holly. I should have read that a while ago. Okay, that was a minute ago. My bad.
Sure, I'm the baby mama plus. They the ones that I'm trying to get.
You said Jesus had a stepdaddy, but on the other side, Jesus was a side baby.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
I was just saying, that's funny. That was just a little joke out there. Jesus is a side baby.
But it was a successful situation at work. I mean, imagine that. I'm pregnant. And it's not by no other man.
God. Oh my God. Joseph friend like that. You believe that, man? You believe it? Come on, man. Oh, shit. Oh, she was blessed by the Lord. For real. It wasn't one of the what's the people who come to see him? The people with the myrrh, the wise man. Wasn't one of the wise men?
I need to get far away from you.
Do y'all believe that dads really get custody of their babies when they fight for them?
That they really do, or rarely?
Rarely.
What level of custody? You mean like any type of rights?
Let's say full custody. You know what I mean? A woman got full custody. You gotta go to court. You know what I mean? A woman got full
They
custody.
don't even really do full custody anymore. It's called allocation of parental responsibilities, and they literally do break it down line by line on what is what and who gets what and who does what and who makes this decision. So it's not even as simple and cut and dry as that anymore. But I will tell you that people like Ludacris changed the game when they're like, okay, I'm gonna take care of my baby. I'm the more responsible. I'm the better parent. I have the higher income. I can provide the better lifestyle, and you can do visitation, and you can have summers, and you can have weekends, or better yet, you don't even have to do that because I'm gonna marry this doctor over here, and she can do all of that too. So I might cut off all your visitation. When he set that standard and he took that baby from that girl, and I can't say he took her, but he fought for his rights and he got his right and he got awarded for custody. You see a lot of men after that did that too. And all of them, Dwayne Wade did it. I can't say that they did it. I don't know if they all did it just to avoid child support. Some of them could have did it, like in his situation. I don't know their full situation with Dwayne Wade, but in some ways they say his wife was mentally unstable, and in that situation, maybe he was a better household for those kids. Maybe he could provide a better support system. I would say that the courts are changing because they're so sensitive to that old narrative that they were favoring women, and they did favor women. In the 60s, In the 70s and the 80s, the court system favored women. But that was also a bigger narrative about breaking down communities and removing men out of households and now making it easier and more accessible for women to get WIC and public aid and Section 8 and project housing. See, that's part of the whole like social economic structure of it all that I'm not going to go that deep into it. But literally the 60s, 70s, and 80s was favored towards women because that's when those programs emerged. And in a lot of ways, it had to do with breaking down the African American community, because if you remove the black man out of the household, because prior to then, everything that you were saying about a man can't go and do this and that, the man had to go and get this and that. And even if that man didn't come home, but you were married and you were getting food stamps, the food stamps went to him. They didn't go to you. You didn't have that choice.
You did.
But then that started changing. It started changing after that. So like
ChatGPT says
I think men get more now.
well, ChatGPT said pure full custody to a dad by a court order against mom's wishes is uncommon. But when fathers fight for it and have solid grounds, they now win substantially minority contested cases, far more than the outdated fathers get custody, only 2 to 10%. That's a myth. They said trends continue to move towards gender neutral outcomes and more joint custody.
ChatGPT or just say I had a petty baby daddy that sued me for 13 years. I know the Illinois court system inside out.
Okay.
Trust me, anything he could sue me over, he kept me in court, but it made me very educated on what the actual system is. And they don't care about you and they don't care about him. Sometimes they don't even care about the kid. They just want to get their money. But they don't care about the parents.
I don't like fighting with my baby moms.
I don't like fighting either. But some men do. I'm actually pretty chill. You can come and get them whenever you want. You can have them as much as I have them. If you're taking care of them, I don't need child support.
Minda, have you known anybody that purposely kept their kids from the dad before?
All the time.
Yeah. My mom did it to me.
Oh shit. How would she do that?
Well, I was told that he just didn't want nothing to do with me after I turned 5 and she got remarried. And then later on, I came across, because my mom's a writer, like she writes everything down. And I came across a letter, because she keeps copies of everything that she sends to people too. And I found a letter that she had sent to him, telling him to stay away. And that, you know.
When did you find this?
I was about 12 when I found it.
Damn, okay.
And so that made me just really have hard feelings against my mother, knowing that my father didn't make that choice that she had been telling me all these years he made. Which technically he still made it because he went along with it. But when I turned 18, my uncles, my mom's brothers, finally told me that he had been calling them all these years, trying to find out if I was doing okay, if I needed anything. Some of the stuff that they had done for me was done because of him. And so I finally was able to have a relationship with him after I turned 18, even though he had signed his parental rights away.
Yeah.
Taylor, you know anybody try to keep their kids from their baby daddy?
Yeah, and then I know someone who was kept from their mom for, no reason. It was wild. And then now, they're in their 20s and learning that they were lied to and manipulated, and so it's just sad.
Toss your whole life up.
Like, keep your personal feelings to yourself. Don't put those thoughts and burdens
Oh,
on
the
your
kids.
children.
Ooh.
You know, like don't discuss your bitterness and hatred in front of them, especially when you're trying to alienate them from that parent, just because you're mad at them.
I feel that.
It's not right.
You
Like your hate, you know, not your hatred is validated, but like don't involve your child in that, in your bitterness. And
you know anybody who you say yeah, like anything
I think that women do it all the time.
Mhm.
But in my family, I haven't seen that. I have a really big family. My mom has 6 sisters, 2 brothers. It's just a lot of us. I have 60-something first cousins I was raised with. But with all of those women, 7 women, my grandmother and great grandmother raising me, it just went without saying. If someone had a baby, women, your feelings get hurt. Your heart gets broken. Sometimes the way a man will do you will tear at your very dignity and make you feel so powerless that there are women that in their hurt, they might feel like, I don't want you to have nothing to do with my baby. I don't want my baby to be nothing like you. But I had the type of like women around me and support system that,
I just felt
and not
that when
just
you said
about
that.
me, around me, but I'm just saying in general that when I was pregnant with my baby, they set me down and had a conversation. Now look, you young, baby, and he young too, and this might not go the way you think it's gonna go, and maybe it will, but if it don't keep that man away from his baby. That's his baby too. You know, kids internalize that just such a different way, and I get why some women feel like that. I get when someone hurts you so bad to your core and your baby is the most precious thing that you have, you want to protect that, and you don't want that person to turn into that character they turned in on you to your child. But it's also important to remember that that child is a combination of the both of you, and that some of the characteristics are just going to be in that child, good, bad, and different. And so when you express, like she said, your hatred, your dislike, you say what it is towards that, and that child is around, then that child can internalize it too. Like, well, you say I'm just like my dad.
I heard that a lot.
Do you know anybody who like successfully turned their kid, like they 22 now, you know what I mean, and they hate their dad, and it wasn't their dad's fault, you know what I mean? So, you know anybody?
I have a 16-year-old daughter that hates me right now because of that.
Okay.
I would say it goes back and forth. My kids love me to life, but sometimes hate me to death. I would say that when you have a situation where the courts have to get involved and you have parents that are feuding, the people that suffer are the children. The children suffer the most. And here's the thing. I've shared some things with you before, but a lot of people would be surprised because I just don't share certain things. I was sued for 13 years in and out of court for custody of my kids for every little minute thing that you can do or say, and my children did not know until you're 13. Because that's another thing too, that I don't think that you should badmouth the parent like that in front of the child, but at the same time, I think we have to stop telling people, your daddy love you, your mama love you, you got a good daddy, he just ain't around a lot. Don't lie to kids.
Oh yeah, no.
Keep it real, like on both fronts. Keep it real. You ain't got to badmouth him. Keep it real that, hey, you know what, he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. You deserve a little bit better than this. Don't let that affect your work, but at the same time, you ain't got to dog them out. And for me, I wouldn't say that I try to keep anybody away from my kids, but there are situations where I wanted to limit the influence of a certain parent, but not because I was hurt. Just because you've exposed things about who you are that now I'm really worried about what that can do to my children. Because like what she said, when you have a parent, they don't have to directly badmouth you to plant seeds. And the whole time you don't know your kids are growing in these thoughts. So when they get 16, 20, 22 now, all of a sudden they got issues with you and they can't stand you and they think all this stuff. And it's like, wait a minute, that ain't true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you feel this way? And then sometimes if they're clever enough, they won't even realize who planted the seed.
I always say, like, you ain't gotta tell them anything about it, I feel like my mom always let me see who my dad was. I don't remember, when my dad recently passed, and so I found out then that they still kept in contact sometimes, you know what I mean? But like he, what was it? So I saw myself who he was, you know what I mean? Shit, anytime I got dropped off at my grandpa or my grandma's house, where he supposed to be at, he never was there, you know what I mean? So I'm really just kicking it over my grandma's house with my cousins and stuff like that. So, or he probably was supposed to come get me, never did, you know what I mean? So so I just got accustomed to he just ain't there, you know what I mean? And my mom had to tell me that because I saw it, and he wasn't a bad dude. Shit, I got a pat on the head when I did see him. I love that pat on the head for some reason, shit. But yeah, that's it. I mean, shit. So I just don't even say anything about the parent for real in front of the kids. My mom ain't never. I can't even remember a time my mom even mentioned my dad after his funeral, you know what I mean? So
did you ask about him though?
Never asked about. I mean, he wasn't.
Some kids ask.
Okay, all right, okay. He wasn't too far away. He was always across the way, you know what I mean? So really never didn't know my dad's middle name until he died. Didn't know where he was from till he died. That's funny. I thought he was from Springfield, from Memphis. I'm like, from Memphis?
I found out a lot of unpleasant things about my father after he passed, and my mom never said anything. And it's so funny that so many people have this narrative in their head that my mom possibly kept me away from him. That she got married, and that's not really what it was at all. Right? I'm old enough now to kind of connect the memories and kind of like really see it from a different lens of what was going on in that situation, and see that, he was away at times because he wanted to be away. But the things that people would have thought I knew, I never knew. I never knew until after he died. And then I'm just sitting there like really?
I'd like to say thanks for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I see y'all popping in, popping out. Before we still got some more. Before we continue, gotta play a little commercial.
Text 217-572-0221. Cause I need a cut. I need a cut. I need a cut. I need a cut. I need a cut.
My man. Thanks for passing. Drop. That was Takes a Cut. Text them, don't call them, okay? That's his slogan. Mobile bar, okay? So, hold on. I got a question for you. When we talk about deadbeats, do you think like solicitation and sexual abuse? Okay, I fucking hate YouTube sometimes. Is that a reason that like that'll make a person not like being a parent? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
So,
I don't know if it's one of the biggest reasons, but it could definitely be a reason.
Definitely could be a reason. Okay. All right. Hold on.
I think you was talking about the generations first.
Yeah. If your child grew up to be exactly like the deadbeat you hate, whose fault is it? Like, so that's why I think a lot of responsibility comes on the lady. So if you're gonna have sex with a man and you get you pregnant, you had a baby, he take off, you still keep your child. You know what I mean? Now it's up to you to make sure it turned out well, right? Or is it because he's not there that a child doesn't turn out good?
Well, everybody that, like, I got to meet my dad's family, a lot of the extended family, and every single one of them talked about how I am just like him, even though he was never around. So some of it is just the characteristics that you get from the DNA that you share.
So, I didn't know my dad did a lot of stuff. I was out the loop. You know what I mean? When it was having little stories about my dad, I was like, only had one, but I guess he liked to sing. I love to sing. I like to make little songs all the time. I'm always singing. So I didn't know where I guess I get that from my dad. You know, they got to be around. I never seen him sing except one time in my life. But everybody said he always singing songs. So you definitely can pass down bad traits. So could you be a predestined deadbeat? Well, if you can pass down traits that never met your dad, you know what I mean? Maybe you pass down.
So, my aunt and uncle went to Oklahoma and got to watch these twins be born and adopt them. And the dad is a tattoo artist, and the kids have never met the dad, like, you know, their parents, whatever. Well, this is one of the drawings. One of them did. He's not.
So yeah, I think you probably could actually, because
like way before then. But that's
I
amazing.
know somebody that's been adopted by a really good
for
family.
Somebody, you know,
But
who's never met their.
Still causes
And
problems all
the
the time.
dad was a tattoo artist.
So even though he was raised the correct way,
Mm-hmm.
What is
he,
It's still in it?
Is he like, so when did he get like adopted?
when he was like 4, 3
Oh,
or 4.
it's just bad still.
Yeah.
So he drew that?
Yeah, his dad's a tattoo artist.
Oh, okay.
I think it's nature versus.
Oh, and then his dad, he don't know his dad never. They never met, but
Right.
oh, that's cool.
But sometimes the nurturing can't take over the
Right, and
nature.
that's why it's always nature versus nurture. You don't know which one is going to win, because a child can come with so many characteristics of a parent that it's about how they make decisions, especially that one. Some kids think the way that their parent thinks, and they come to those decisions. And here's the thing, that's where the nurture comes in, that of molding a little bit. You know your one, you should know who you have kids with. But if you know that person and you know their characteristics, when your child starts displaying them, instead of saying you're just like your father, that's when you start to mold. If I know your father is a big liar and he starts out by lying about little things, and I catch you lying about little things, then when you're lying about little things, then I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to teach you why you shouldn't tell those lies. Like, I'm going to try to mold you. But that doesn't mean that just because I'm teaching you that, that's how you're going to choose to be. So who's ultimately responsible for who that child grows up to be is absolutely that child. Because once you're an adult, because you said grows up, once you're grown, who you choose to be is all a product of you, no matter who raised you. Because I know people that were abused, neglected, everything, and because of that, they're so driven and they're so successful and they're doing so amazing, and they're amazing parents. They're attentive. They're the best thing that they can be, and they actively work every day to not be like the parents that they had. Like, I know people that choose to do the opposite, and no matter how much love they got, you turned out to be just like this parent that don't know you. So when you're grown, we all know it don't matter what happened to you. It's your responsibility to heal once you're grown. So who they choose to be, if they choose to be a deadbeat parent, then it's their responsibility. It ain't mama's fault. It ain't daddy's fault. You don't know if mama was teaching right or wrong. You don't know what mama was doing or going through to try to keep that child on the straight and narrow. So you can't then turn around because this person that don't make these adult decisions don't decided to be a deadbeat and say that's your mama fault, that's your daddy fault. No, that's your fault. That's your fault. It ain't nobody's fault. It's nature versus nurture. A child is ultimately, you can mold and teach and teach and teach and teach, but at some point they make their own decisions. But I do think you can enable certain behavior too. So I'm not saying the parents are not accountable. You can enable it too.
That's crazy about the kid that ain't never made his tattoo artist dad is cold and drawn. I like it. You know what I mean? That's crazy. In a like blended family, let's say just dad don't got no kids, mom got one kid. Do they have the same responsibility to this child? Like do they have this, they married? So are you responsible for the partner's kids the same as your own? That's what I'm saying.
Are the partner's kids in your household?
They're all about that.
And then if you're married, you're one.
All right, so again, that go back to
you trump up.
Daddy Prez.
Yeah, but I also said that I'm just because they live with me, I'm not necessarily on the wrong.
You better get his kids. You better get his kids. They're my babies now. They're my babies. Then I'll fight you about my babies. We're gonna see. No, I won't do that. Fight your kids.
My baby daddy's
dad. I ain't read his ass.
You'll say that to him, he'll be like, hold up.
I know a family that happened more than
crazy. That's crazy. And the husband won?
No, the husband lost.
Oh man, that's messed up.
The dad beat the hell out of him.
That's probably how it usually works, yeah. I don't think a dude who don't think he can whoop the husband will try to pull it with him. That'd be fucked up. The husband lost. All right. Niggas, you got anything promoting right now? Anything you want to endorse? You know, maybe it's a fundraiser or a movement, a cause, or anything you want to promote?
Well, my aunt, she has this side business on Facebook called Crocheting Sisters.
Oh, you just sent me that. I just added that too.
Yes, she is amazing. She is dope. She does custom pieces. They are high quality. They are thick. Like, she is so dope. I wish I had one. But visit her page, hit her up, inbox her. She can make whatever you want in whatever color you want, and she'll customize it however you want. But she already has designs up there too that you can check out.
Okay. Got me some donated crochet hats. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I like crochet hats now. You know what I mean? So I might visit.
And then more.
Yes. Minda, you got anything you trying to promote?
Join us at 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday.
Yeah, online workout with Prez, 7 a.m. Be there, be square. Heather, you got anything you promote?
$HLPME33.
That's what she promotes. Okay, so December 26th, join us for the Peyton Puff. That's the day after Christmas. It's going to be a good time. It's a Friday, 7 to 10. Get your tickets. And we have the Kid Lock-In. It is on December 31st to the 1st. So New Year's Eve to New Year's from 8 p.m. to 10 a.m. Hit me up if you want to put your kid in naps. And as always, you come get your body right at Presidential Fitness and Female Employer where y'all get a free game.
Down.
Yeah.
That's right.
And if you need a character, go ahead and hit up Pop-Up Party Pals. We got over 50 characters for your birthday parties, your corporate events, your family get-togethers. Hit us up. We're on Facebook. And it is Wednesday, so next time you see me is tomorrow at 10 o'clock for another episode of Morning Ninjas Reacts.
Every day late indulge.
And then on Monday, we'll be right back here at 8:30 for another episode of A Real Ninjas Podcast. Then on Tuesday, we'll be back here at 10 a.m. for another episode of Morning Ninjas. Damn. And then if you go 7 days in a row, it brings you right back round to the day. So next week, join us on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Don't be late o'clock for another episode of Girl Talk. All right, so thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Y'all have a good night. Nick and Michelle, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us tonight. And y'all have a great night. Out.
Ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple. Here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prez. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple. Here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking